everybody. It's Bryce with Remax Advantage Plus and the Minnesota real estate team. Today, I wanted to come and talk to you a little bit about how to win in multiple offers. So this year has been the year of multiple offers. The real estate market has been super hot. Basically, any house under 400,000 has sold very quickly and with multiple people offering. Now, one of you may be out there that was trying to purchase a home this year, or maybe you're thinking about purchasing a home, and you lost out on multiple offers, or you might see this scenario happen. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some different things on how you can structure an offer in order to win in a multiple offer situation. So first of all, it's always good to pay your own closing costs. So we talk about sometimes when we're in a buyer's market that the seller may contribute to closing costs. But as in a seller's market, typically the best thing that you can do is try to cover your own closing costs instead of asking the seller to do that. It's usually 3% of the purchase price that you'll find for closing costs. Another thing that you can do is strengthen the earnest money. So the earnest money, if the higher you go with that, the better. There's several different things that your agent can do as far as how that earnest money is refunded. So sometimes it's refunded to the buyers in a finance contingency, or it's refunded to the sellers. And another option is that we provide a written statement, usually a week before closing, to kind of be fair to both sides. The written statement's kind of that thing that you do to appease both sides of the transactions. It's obviously always better to refund to the sellers if you're good with your financing and you feel like you're not going to have any issues there. That definitely strengthens your offer. Another good thing to look at is closing date. So it's good to have your agent talk with the other side and see if there's a particular closing date that the seller prefers. The closer you can get to that date, the better your offer is going to be. Contingencies such as an inspection contingency, are you able to forego that? Typically as agents, we always tell our clients, do not go with an offer without doing an inspection. Sometimes there's reasons why you might forego that, and in multiple offers, that makes your offer much, much stronger to not have an inspection contingency. To get your home still inspected, you can have an inspector go with you during a showing, have them go through the house so that you don't feel like you're not getting the opportunity to look through that home completely. That is one other thing that you can do. Offer the best price that you possibly can. Obviously, when you're talking about price and what you're going to buy the home for, the higher the better. And there's this other thing that we can do called an escalation clause, and I would talk to your agent about that as well. And that simply just says that you are going to pay X amount of dollars over any competitive offer that comes in. So you still get that house for the lowest possible price, but ensure that you're able to get that home if any other offers come in, and then offer up to a certain amount that you would want that home for. Another thing that you can do is write a personal letter to the sellers, including a photo of you and your family. You're really talking about what you love about that home and why it'd be the best fit for you. That's what you want to keep that letter to, is the things that you love about the home, and make sure that the sellers know that this is a great fit for you. A couple of other items that you can definitely do is, are you able to change the type of financing that you have? Are you able to go conventional versus FHA, or conventional versus DVA? And the reason why that might be important, and for those that you don't know, is the Federal Housing Administration, that's the FHA loan. DVA, Department of Veteran Affairs loan, those are government-backed loans that often have more stringent requirements in order for lending. And the stringent requirements often are the condition of the home. There's a lot more finance clauses in there that you have to pass in order to be completely under contract and move forward towards that closing date. So when sellers see those types of things, they often get a little bit nervous because there's a few more jumps or hoops that they need to jump through. So if you're able to go a conventional route, that is oftentimes the best route to go, or even cash. Cash is great too. And then the timing of the offer. So we're talking about having a seller accept or reject or counter that offer by a certain amount of time. Kind of puts the pressure a little bit on that seller to make sure that your offer gets looked at. Otherwise, you could potentially pull that offer out and move on. So it's more of a time of the essence situation there. And then also, if you're offering on a condo or townhome, which we saw a lot of this year in multiple offers, there's an opportunity to waive the right of rescission for what's called the common interest community documents. So those are provided to you sometimes at the offer, before the offer, or any period in between closing. And what it does is it gives you 10 calendar days to review those documents, making sure that there isn't any restrictions that are bothersome to you. Like a lot of times it could be pets aren't allowed, and you don't find that out until you read those documents. Well, that might be a buzzkill for some people, not being able to have their pets. So they want the opportunity to back out of that purchase agreement. And so one thing that you can do is rescind your right to have that period, and that can also make your offer stronger. And you obviously want to be careful about those types of things, but that is an option too. Couple of other things is, talking about giving the seller extra time to move out. Maybe you're not going to take immediate possession of that. Maybe they got a situation where they're buying another house and you aren't, and they need some extra time in between there. Anything that you could do to kind of help alleviate that process and help them out is great. Hey guys, Derek, nice to see you. DeAndre, Chad, thanks for joining us. We're just talking a little bit about something that you can do to help out in multiple offers. And like I said, if you're able to really cater to the seller's needs and have an agent who is communicating with that other agent prior to offer, during the offer, and even after acceptance of the offer, that communication is key. It helps the other side feel at ease that they have, a good buyer on the other side, and that there's going to be the least amount of problems possible in that transaction. And then also, lastly, tell your agent anything that you liked about that home and all the positives of it, because your agent actually submits feedback after a showing to the other party, to the sellers, where they see that. So if your agent's providing that feedback, they see that an offer is coming from that agent as well. That just shows the commitment and the professionalism and all that to the other side to make sure that your offer is accepted. Hope this was helpful. Please share with your friends, anybody that you know that might be buying a home here soon. These are some great tips to help you win in multiple offers. I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks.